Well, the average 22-year-old woman today has had a lot of experience, is very savvy, and is fed up
With
and
what?
disappointed with the social life, with the intimate life that people live. It's not working. It's notoriously not working. It needs to be rediscovered, reinvented, and it turns out that going back to the original plan is the most exciting and the most revolutionary thing we can do.
And what's the original plan?
The original plan is intimacy, becoming one. See, in the 60s, the world, at least the Western world, all decided that sex had become too serious, too heavy, too guilt ridden, and we got to lighten it up. So we all agreed that we should have free love, free of commitment, free of emotional attachment, free of intimacy. It became a performance. It became a recreational activity. And it's not working.
I couldn't agree more. Totally
It
agree
took
with
the
you.
soul out of us.
Yeah.
And people are now, I think there's a crisis. People are now suffering terribly from a lack of intimacy. Nothing is intimate. Nothing. And without intimacy, we're missing a piece of life. Intimacy is a necessary, indispensable human need. Sex is not.
Yeah.
You can live without sex. You can't live without intimacy.
Yeah. So overrated, sex, and this porn, porn stuff, pornography and all that stuff, just killing it all,
Yes.
People are
Yes.
addicted. What do you think of that?
There's a statistic that shows that the average couple, married or just living together, they are intimate or they have sex maybe once a month. There's no interest. We're jaded.
Mm-hmm. So maybe you could describe the ideal situation. A healthy couple that have been to your courses and have practiced for a while. How do they? What do they practice in terms of frequency of their sex life and how they do it and why they do it?
Well, the first thing is, first shocker, marrying for love has turned out to be a huge mistake.
Mm-hmm.
If you love each other, then leave it. Don't get married. Because you're marrying for love and you already have the love. So what are you getting married for? It becomes redundant. It becomes absurd, by the way. You're marrying because you want to share your love, but you are sharing your love. So what's the marriage going to do? It's going to add a commitment. What does that mean? That you're going to stay together even if you don't love each other? No way. The only reason you're together is for the love. So what are you committing to? You're committing to staying together as long as you love each other? What kind of commitment is that? So if you're already in love, don't bother getting married. Unless you believe in marriage. Unless you love marriage, don't get married. Because you love each other? That doesn't demand marriage. It's like, oh, we love each other, so we have to live in Cleveland. It's absurd. We love each other, so we have to get married? Doesn't make any sense to anybody. You want to get married before you love anybody, because you believe in marriage. And what is marriage? Merging, becoming one with another human being who is not you. So you marry someone who is as different from you as possible, like a woman. A man marries a woman because they are so different. And the objective is to become one.
What's
How
that?
do you become?
What's becoming one? How does that look like?
How do you become one? You remove anything that can come between you. Nothing comes between you. It's just the two of you. Here's the shock. Love comes between you. Love separates you. It doesn't bond you. Because my love is my experience. Your love is your experience. We happen to love each other, that's nice, but we're each doing our own thing. In fact, it sounds a little funny, but it's true. A man says to his wife, I love you. What does she say?
I love you too.
I love you. See? He gets to say one sentence about himself. She changes the subject to herself. You love me, that's nice, but I love you. See?
Mm-hmm.
So we're not bonding.
So if he was to say, I love us, and she would say, I love us too.
No, she should say, if he says, I love you, she should say, you have very good taste in women. Because he's describing himself. Stay on topic.
Ah, I see. Don't just change the topic straight away. I see.
Right.
Okay.
No, but here's the thing.
Why
If
get
a man
married?
says-
Why believe in marriage? Yeah, sorry. What's the thing you were saying? Yeah.
If a man says to a woman, I love you for your money, and I want to marry you for your money. Offensive. Horrible. Why? Because it is only slightly disguised demand for money. What he's really saying is, in a perfect world, you would just give me the money.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have to marry you to get the money.
Yep.
So if you just give me the money, we'll both be very happy. But no, that's not going to happen, right? I have to marry you for the money. Okay, fine, I'll marry you for the money.
Yep.
And then I'm not really married to you. I'm married to the money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really offensive. But what happens if a man says, I want to marry you for love? It's exactly the same thing. Can you just give me the love without the entanglement of marriage? No? Fine, I'll marry you, but I'm only marrying you for the love. I don't want to hear your opinion. I don't want to hear your problems. I don't want to put up with your shtick. I don't want to know about your family. Just the love. Keep the rest.
Yeah.
That's a marriage?
No, but so what is a marriage? Why did you marry then? Or why would you recommend I marry?
Well, traditional marriage is, it is not good to be alone. That's it, bottom line. As long as you are working at satisfying your needs, growing yourself, becoming more successful, you're not open to another person. You're busy with yourself.
Yeah, but that's me. I'm 47, not married, and have no kids. And I can't tell you that I love it. Maybe I'm too used to it. I don't know. I love going to sleep on my own. I wake up on my own. I feel so good. I do what I want. I don't have a woman next to me I have to take care of and listen to her and consider her and oy vey and do this, and she interferes with my stuff. Who needs it?
A person who is still growing, who is still fascinated with their own development, should not get married.
But that's like everyone. Most people are nowhere near being fully developed spiritually.
Right, but they become content. A person says, look, I've given myself the 30 best years of my life. Enough already. I'm getting bored with myself. Yes, there's still room for growth, but it's not exciting anymore.
You've just put me off getting married even more. Thank you. But anyway, that's me.
So marriage means, as perfect as I may be, it's not enough. Just me?
Why not?
It's not enough.
It's plenty. What do you mean, not enough? It's loads.
Because it's not good to be alone.
Look,
There's no goodness in perfection.
but look at the hermits in mountains, in caves. They sit there,
Yeah.
like Rabbi this and Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, I don't know who, sat in a cave for 30 years, praying to God, unifying with the oneness of creation and God Almighty, He never complained about, being alone. He enjoyed being alone. He went out there to be alone, secluded.
He did that with his son.
Like I just mentioned a name of a rabbi. I don't really know,
Yeah.
So,
but that is the point of marriage. If you're not enamored with marriage, then don't do it. No matter how much you love someone.
I was expecting you to say something else. Sorry, I was expecting you to say, if you want to have kids and you want to start a family and become a father and watch your children grow, then you obviously need a woman to do that with, and you might as well find someone who you could create this family long lastingly, and that's a good reason. But no, it's just you kept running me down, me as a saying, oh, you are incomplete, and because you're defective, like you're incomplete, you need the woman to complete you, and it's like I don't see that as a reason. But that's me again. I might be completely deranged, and abnormal.
No, it's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not that you're incomplete. It's the opposite. When you feel complete, then it's time to bring someone else into your life. Not to make you complete.
When you feel bored enough, you said.
To go beyond yourself.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough.
Like, enough about me. Let's talk about somebody else.
Yes. So
what's missing is the goodness. It doesn't say that it's not practical to be alone. It doesn't say that it's not perfect to be alone. But no matter how perfect you are, what's good about it? Where's the goodness? When you're married, you have to be good. It demands all the goodness you've got.
Okay.
And that's before there are children.
Okay.
So I think we've discovered quite convincingly, you don't have to be married to have love. You don't have to be married to have sex. You don't have to be married to have children. So tell me again, why do we have to be married?
Because
all the old reasons have disappeared.
To, as you say, to better myself, to be better.
To be more than self, not better. Better means more of myself.
Uh-huh.
Actually, the same thing is true with God. God created the world, even though he is perfect. But it's not good to be alone. He was talking about himself. What's good about being perfect? It's just perfect. Where do you go from perfect?
To misery?
It's a dead end.
Yeah.
Perfection is a dead end.
Yeah. So he created Earth, humanity and the universe.
Right. So what happened was the awesome power of the intimacy of sex was taken away, and sex is now a performance. And, how long are you going to enjoy the same performance? And it becomes very self-conscious. Am I really good at this? Am I the best? Am I the worst? It just becomes nasty.
Yeah.
It's like you want to ruin somebody's life. It's so easy. You go over to a man who's got a relationship going, yeah, and you say to him, so, your sex life pretty good? That's it. You've killed him. He becomes self-conscious, right? I was wondering, is it? Well, I don't know. What am I comparing it to? So he picks up a magazine at the supermarket. 14 secrets to better sex. There are 14 things I don't know?
Yeah.
I must be really bad at this. But then the next month there are 26 secrets to better sex. And it just, people are really, really traumatized by their own sexuality. We think we're liberated, we're free, unlike our repressed grandparents. We are the worst generation.
I totally agree on that. 1000%. Mm.
So how do you get to intimacy? Intimacy means remove all things between you so that it's just the two of us. It's not about love, not about sex, not about children. It's just us. Like two drops of water merging into one drop. Just us. Forever and ever.
No, help me. Why would I want to do that?
Why would you? It's a very good question. But the point is, you don't do it simply because you love somebody.
Yeah. So it could be anyone. They could just pick. That's why the shidduch is good, because they just stick you with any old woman and, live with it. Doesn't really matter. It's not like you need to love her or anything.
Yeah, it used to work. It used to work.
Mm.
And for some strange reason, back then, the marriages lasted.
Yeah.
And now we're getting married out of love, and it's not lasting.
Yeah.
So here's the strange thing. What's ruining marriages all over the world is love and sex.
Yeah.
Because they have become things.
Okay.
It's not about us. It's not about her. It's about something. So, for example, a man says, I love everything about my wife. Nice?
Yeah.
Sounds good?
Sounds, perfect.
I said, do you love her? He says, I love everything about her. I said, do you love her? He says, I don't know what you mean. I said, if you take all things out of the picture, do you love her?
Mm.
He says, if you take all things out of the picture, what's left? That's the tragedy.
Mm.
You look at your wife as a lot of things I like.
Yeah, it's like a shopping list.
Looks. Yeah, I like her looks. I like her humor. I like her intelligence. I like her family. And I like her money. The only thing I don't like is her. And that's why married couples, even successful marriages, whatever success, people will admit they have no complaints about the marriage, but they feel alone in the world. We have a Sunday night program for VIPs that you might be interested in. It's informal, it's questions and answers, it's conversation. It's really relaxed, it's really pleasant, enjoyable, informative, and kind of community-like. It's a Sunday night program. There's a Wednesday morning program for the VIPs, and there's a Wednesday night program. All of it just conversation, casual, laid back, unscripted. So join us. Take a look. Click the link below and see which of the three suits you best, and join us for some enjoyable conversation.